All right, Ash, here's your video. I'm going to show you why I think you're opening up. I think it's a simple fix. I think it's a little bit of positioning and just to clean up on the load a little bit, man. But it's simple. Your swing's looking fine, so I don't want you worrying about anything. So let's watch a few in regular motion, then we'll break it down. Go one more. All right. I'm going to break it down. We're going to go to the next swing. But watch. When you pick up, you look from the naked eye, man, watching you right there. You look loaded, but watch right there. When you get to that full load in that back hip, where it's that fully coiled, where you can't get any stronger load, you get there late. So watch how it jumps you forward. And there's the whole problem. It makes us dive. Then from that, it's going to make us clear that front side because we're diving. The back side gets collapsed a little bit, and the front side, the front arm, gets a little barred out. Very common. Most kids look like this, but there's a reason behind it. So it's, again, positioning. Let me clear that. So go back. So watch how by you getting that little late coil, it stops your hip rhythm and creates a crash with the front side, and that's what's making you open. Now the swing, it's a good looking stroke, dude. So I'm happy with it. You fought from that position, and that's not a bad position compared to what I see every day. It's pretty dang good, brother. All right, so just make sure you understand what I'm saying. We don't need to change anything. We don't need to fix anything. Nothing's broken. We just need to get a little more in there so you can come back down in a closed position. So again, watch at the top, you get that little, that's the load. And so that jumps you forward, dives, starts leaking you open. And just, man, we lose so much power doing that too. I mean, your dad can tell you that. But watch. Let's watch this one in slow motion. Excuse me. So watch when you get to the top of your load, or of your kick, sorry, of your timing mechanism. So you get loaded, you kick, then you get that full load, and that's what gets you revved up too early. And see, that one really came off the ball. All right, so let me show you exactly where I think we ought to be when we pick up our foot. Let me see where you're fully loaded. Right there. That's where that back hip is really in there. If we're picking up from this position right here, and our hips and our front side all being in there nice and closed, you pick up from there, you'll be able to stay here longer, not hang or anything, we're staying in a rhythm, but stay here longer, come back down where you're not diving, and that front leg can stay more closed, front side can stay closed. But instead, you get that late coil, and see when we land, instead of being loaded, we're slightly opened, slightly sunk in, or collapsed, however you want to say that, and then a little bit of an arm bar. Okay, but I don't want you worrying about any of the mechanical things there. I want you to get in better position so that takes care of itself and we didn't get to worry about it. So look at that swing though. Look at the hand, your hands separate because you get you're nice and relaxed, don't grip to your rip. You're right to the ball. So man, there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong. But we got to get that positioning down so you get more consistency. You look fine. You're doing good. You're hitting great. But you see it just like I do, is you miss-hit a lot of balls just like your teammates. And we got to eliminate that. In BP, we don't miss-hit balls. I'm sorry, but we shouldn't. Not if we're clean. It's as simple as getting our timing mechanism on time with the fastball and staying with it and keeping the concentration. Well, you can't because it's hard, so hard to time up consistently when you're loading when that load happens a little bit late right there. You're loaded, but then you get your true load, which is that creates the crashing, and it just makes us a little inconsistent. You do a heck of a job of it though. You're better than most. So just kind of understand where we're at. I think you're great, but we have room for improvement, okay? So one more time I'm going to show you exactly where I feel like you're fully loaded in that back hip. Right there. If you kick from there, like you're loading and getting to that position right there, and then you pick your foot up, I guarantee you that's going to get really locked in, balanced. That's going to come back down closed, and your hip is going to fly through with your hands, and you're going to be having fun again. All right? So again, you land slightly out of it. Instead of that, I want that knee closed, that hip in there, that back hip taller, where that back knee's not collapsed. The arm bar will go away on its own because of the positioning. You see how you're a little unstacked instead of being stacked? Again, just simple little things by making one small adjustment in positioning. And believe me, it's that small. All right, watch that swing again. Good job. Now I'll let you watch one more in super slow motion just so you have it. And then I will see you tonight, my man. We'll work on it. But this should keep you closed on the ball a lot longer if we can get to that position and then pick up so we don't crash that front side. All right, brother. Hope that helps.